Hello again, my friends. You're back on the hill with the Toad. Uh, so, before we start this video properly, I'm going to be looking into forged knives that I have. I have quite a few of them. But anyway, before I do that, I'm just going to show with you something strange I wasn't expecting. Now, I've showed you in the last video this knife that I put together. This obviously was a different style knife originally, and I've changed the blade shape and done a bit of engraving and so on, give it a different handle. And then for the patina afterwards, I dropped some white vinegar on it, well, soaked it in some white vinegar for a short time, and that gave it the put it back onto the dark side again. Obviously, you put soaked in white vinegar. Then once it was done, I then used a bit of wire wool and just took the edge off again, just to get it. I mean, I think it looked quite good. However, there's another knife I'm actually working on, or have been working on recently, doing a similar sort of thing. So these are work knives. This is a for chopping, kindling, for little bits of wood for fires and stuff. Now, what's a bit strange is just out of curiosity. I know when I've done the patina thing on this, I've used white vinegar, not boiled it or anything like that. I've just literally soaked it in white vinegar. Actually, no, I'm telling you a lie. This one was Coca-Cola. I used Coca-Cola on this one. Yeah. But anyway, just as I was eating my fish and chips, I had my vinegar there, and I thought, well, what malt vinegar does. So this was completely raw metal. Obviously, there's been a bit of engraving on it, but so I put some malt vinegar on it, and look at the effect it's given me. It's definitely like a goldy kind of a. This is strange. I wasn't expecting this at all. I've had a look and I can't find any references to people using malt vinegar. But a very interesting effect indeed. So obviously what's going to be happening with this, I'll be taking this corner off here. This is going to be a type of sacks I'm making. So I'm taking, that'll be cut off. I'll obviously finish doing some final work on the back there. This needs a little bit, it's a bit untidy, this bit of engraving. I'll be working on that. Obviously I'll be taking this down here, but it's not very square there, but doing that. It's a good thickness. Hell of a weight, this knife. I'm probably going to be completely taking the handle off. So I'll cut it off about here. It's pinned. Oops, just show you. There you see, it's pinned at the end, so I've got to slide it off. So I'll take this off. So just shorten the handle. Take it all back and I'll make the handle probably from about there. I'm not sure yet. Well, it might even go all the way up. Obviously this is going to be a type of, obviously, a cleaver sort of thing. Anyway, we're taking that off, put a fresh, totally different handle on. I'm not sure what sort of handle I'll be putting on it yet, but that's why this will go. But again, this was £10, I think, to buy. Is that, and this is a huge old weight of a thing. But yeah, look at that colour. Isn't that an interesting colour? I'm sure somebody else out there knows what I'm talking, why this is happening. I'm no metallurgist, but yeah. This side is pretty much finished. So it'll be cut off like that. I'll take this red off here. I won't leave that red on. Obviously, there it'll go back down to the plain metal. I will probably blacken the metal. I'm not sure. I've actually got some gun bluing coming in the post soon. I'm going to try that on the blade. See what sort of design I can do with that. I like this one. One of my better bits of engraving. But yeah, isn't that interesting? Well, I think it's interesting anyway. So, enough of that. I'll just get on with what I'm about to show you. First off, I've got a couple of blades that I'm going to be working on very, very soon. My next couple of projects. There's this one, and I can't remember who made this knife, this blade. I've had this for a little while. This has actually had a few versions done, but I've never been happy with the handle. So anyway, I've got to be putting, obviously I'll work on the blade a little bit. I'll be putting a nice new handle on it. Very light, this one. Obviously it's carbon steel, razor sharp as well. Whoever made this made a very, very good job of it. Yeah, right, that one. And the other one I'm working on, or will be working on, is this one, which I've recently picked up. This will be some sort of short sword. Lovely, lovely, lovely blade this is. Again, it's very, very light, very strong. It's a carbon steel. I'm looking forward to how this finishes off. I don't normally spend very much on buying this sort of thing, but this was actually dearer than what I normally spend on this sort of thing. At some point, I'm going to be doing my own forging. I will have to give it a go. I've seen Timbo, what he's been doing. He's definitely given me the urge to do it myself. He's shown it can be done in the backyard on a relatively small budget. But look at this, isn't this nice? This is going to make a really, really good blade. I don't want to rush into this. I don't know what sort of handle I'm going to put in it yet. I'm thinking of doing a stacked handle. I've got the materials to do maybe leather and wood, something like that. But for now, I'd sooner wait until I get the idea right, rather than start and then change my mind. But yeah, I do like this. I'm very much looking forward to doing this. I don't know how it's going to finish off, but like I say, that's a surprise sometimes. I don't have any design ideas before doing these sort of things. I don't draw anything up. I just use whatever comes into my head. Right then. So, forged knives. I really like forged knives. I really do. They're one of my favourite types of knife. There's just something primeval for me about them. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. High-end knives or whatever, cheap knives, when they're mass-produced, they're good. They're good for what they are. But there's something about the forged knife where a smith or cutler, whichever you want to call them, they've actually put their own personality into this blade. You know, with the hammering, and so I just love them. I love them. I mean, when I get the opportunity to actually get my own mini forge going, I'm going to be making as many of them as I can get. So these, I'll just show you what the ones I do have at the moment. I've got it. I've actually got a few others floating around, but they're upstairs in the bed chamber, and Lady on the Hill is upstairs fast asleep at the moment. She's working very hard just for Yuletime, getting money together, because as you know, I don't work anymore. My health is definitely gone against me as far as getting another job. And I'm 60 now. There's not many people that employ me, unfortunately. Not that I don't want to work. I'm thinking of a way of making money. There must be some way I can get back, but at the moment, no, it's not on the cards. So I don't want to disturb her anyway. That's my point. And if I go into the bed chamber to fiddle around, pulling knives and things out, it will certainly wake up, and she won't be a happy girl. Yeah. I mean, I've got knives and swords and things scattered all over the house. It's a bit of an arsenal. Oh dear. But anyway. So these are the forged knives that I've got, or some of the forged knives, I should say. Let me just have a bit of a toke on my vapour, and then I'll carry on. So, starting from the front, let's see, yeah, I'll start here, front left. Nothing in that one there. So first off, we've got the Raven one. There's lots of versions of this out. These are, as I say, they're very much, to me, these are like apprentice knives, but I do like this. This is a really, really nice finish on this blade. It's even got a, oh, what's it called? I forgot what it's called now. Distal taper, that's the word. You know, most of these I've put leather wraps on them, or they've got leather wraps on them, but I do like these. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Been some time putting into this. And this will be around forever and ever and ever. I mean, who knows how long this will last. You know, somebody in the future, 2,000 years or so, picks this up. Are they going to think this is what our culture was only able to make? Or are they going to pick up one of the high-end knives? And it's a strange one. But this, to me, this is going to be around for a long time. I mean, I would keep it. I mean, it'd be handed on down to my grandkids and so on. But isn't that lovely? So, which is this one. In little sacks. This is nice. I like this. Nice little sacks. I was never a big fan of these. Never. Until I've had one, I never really liked them. I mean, they need to be wrapped. You know, there's a funny thing with the way these feel in the hand, but this is nice. Nice little knife, you know, side knife. I mean, you can use these as your kitchen knives if you want. I mean, if I was able to carry one of these in the street, this is one of the ones I'd have in my belt, for sure. Yeah, so that's a nice little sacks. I mean, you can see how these eventually went on to become Bowie knives shape with clip point, whether that's right or not, but it's an idea that I had. That the sack shape migrated itself up to a Bowie shape. I'm sure somebody out there knows the proper answer to that. But isn't that look? I do like these. Right, so oops. Right, let me just take my spectacle goggles off because I can't see what I'm doing properly. Right, I need to come back on again. One's eyesight as we get older definitely goes down the toilet. Right, now then, what we've got here. It's a nice, another little one. Now this one was obviously squared edges, this one isn't, this has been rounded off. But again, isn't that lovely? There's some craftsmanship going into this. I do like these, you know, as much as I like them, I do like them. There's something, when you're holding one of these in your hand, it just feels right. It really does. It's absolutely beautiful. The things you can do with metal. Now, what is the next one? Surprise, surprise. It's another little one. Now, this one I did muck around with a little bit with the patina. I took the, obviously it was like this. I cleaned it all off, see what I could actually do with it. Obviously it's got the twist on it. It's a nice little neck knife. And you can get these come as sharp as razors as well. Beautiful. And it feels, I don't know, it's hard to explain the feeling of these in your hand. They're just so beautiful, the warm, if you understand what I mean. But anyway, there's that one. So there's more upstairs, but I'm not going to get them out. And of course this is the another Raven knife. Now when I got this one, the Raven motif wasn't finished off on one side. It was very bad. As you can see, I put on a troll cross for protection on this side. Didn't do a very good job on it actually. I'm not very impressed with my engraving on this. But I'll tidy this up better than this at some point. And the goldy kind of effect was done with wire brush. Just rubbed it. So this is that side of it. As you can see the difference. But this is the side I did myself, which I quite like. I quite like that. Totally. So you see the difference between them. I mean, I don't think there's two of these alike anywhere in the world. You know, they're all very different, and that's one of the things that's so beautiful about them. They're the same but different. As many times as you'll find these, you won't find two. It's like fingerprints. All this is still, you know, I can take this all off, shine it up like a mirror, and it'll look lovely, but it will have lost all these hammer marks, and I like them. And again, these are like razors. This is the other thing, these, they are so sharp. This is the reason why I always wear this, because I unfortunately take that god awful blood thinner because of my heart problem, and I bleed like a stop pig when I cut myself, and it takes ages to stop bleeding. So rather than making a mess everywhere, I just always make sure I've got some protection on my hand. Isn't that lovely? That's lovely. Right, hope you carry on, because I'm going to whittle on a little bit. Let's have a swig of tea. Oops. Now at the moment I'm drinking, it's a blend herbal teas. It's marshmallow, mugwort and dandelion. Marshmallow, mugwort and dandelion. It's a herbal tea, and it's absolutely delicious. Obviously, don't smoke. I mean, you can make tea out of cannabis and things like this, but obviously that's illegal. But once that mixture together makes absolutely delicious tea, and it's so relaxing. There's nothing reason why it should make me relaxed, but maybe it's just the flavour. But there's no caffeine in it. It's just pure flavour, and it's lovely. Right, time's moving on. Better show you the others. So of course this is a eating spike. I don't have a knife and fork set, which I do intend to get one, or maybe make my own. But this again, there's lots and lots of these out there. So these are very much like apprentice works, but again, it's lovely. Decent size. There are shorter ones, there's longer ones. There's a really good range of pokers out there. There's a place on Etsy who sells fire pokers with like hare heads and raven heads and things. I mean, I don't have a coal fire or log fire, otherwise I'd pick myself one up. When I get my little mini forge going, I will be getting something like that. But isn't that lovely? Kicks in, yeah. Moving on. Where are we? This side, that's right. This is a boar's head. You can't really see it too well. It's not the best bit of, let's see if the light will pick this up a bit better. There. You see it's been jumped, but it's still okay. A boar's head. Lovely blade, look at that. Look at the, oh, it's like a painting. Look at that. See the discoloration of the blade. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. These are very, very sharp as well. What you see there is this was made by Raven Forge. This particular one. Absolutely lovely. At some point, I'm going to be changing this wrapping. I don't like this. It'll probably be a single strand wrap rather than this colour. It'll be darker. But this is beautiful. Again, another fantastic belt knife. There we go. This is a boar. Boar. I'm saying boar. You can just about make it out there, can't you? And these little tusks coming up. But even so, that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, I know that from the length of time I spent trying to get that thing right. Doing this sort of stuff with hot metal, it takes a skill, which I don't have. But yeah. Right. Next up is this lovely, lovely, lovely example. Look at this. Just had some detailing done to it along the lines. That's lovely. I see it saying lovely, but it's very light, this one, and it feels wonderful in the hand. This would make a very, very good eating knife. You know, there was a time when we would go to visit somebody or go to a meal, you took your own cutlery with you, and this is is, if you like, design from that time. Yeah. I might do some work on this one though. So I think it's as nice as this is. I think I'm going to shine this up, make it up as a mirror, and maybe muck around with it besides that. But yeah, that's lovely. I do like that. I like them all. Like Pokemon, you got to get them all. I've shown this one before. This is the Ram's Head. It's one of the first ones I bought from Raven Forge. Isn't that beautiful? So I mean, this was all blackened before, but I took all that off. But luckily, as you can see, old rust has got into it a little bit, and it's giving it a really, really nice finish. This is a nice knife for every reason except these two things that are pain in the arse. I'm forever catching myself with them when I have this. They're too sharp, and I'm forever pricking them in things. You almost need to do it like that to pick food up with it. It's like a knife and fork together. That's your fork bit. Gotcha. It is nice though. I do like this. Very clever. Very clever people make these. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Now this next one is one of my favourite knives out of all the ones I own. This is just lovely. Look at that. Look at that. Another one from Raven Forge, as you can see. That's right, it's one of our early ones. This is beautiful, this is. Absolutely beautiful. Feels fantastic in the hand. Needs a little bit of something just there. Again, it needs better wrapping on, so I'll do that. I'm tempted to make this an animal's head. No, I'm not tempted. I will be making this an animal's head. When I do, I shall let you know. Now then, we're getting to the end, so don't worry. 30 minutes I'm allowing for this, so if you're still with me, brilliant. Again, this is another Raven Forge one. This is one of their real Spartan knives. I mean, look at that. That is just absolutely lovely. It's got this sort of Raven Forge's logo on there. This feels in your hand so fantastic. It's almost erotic. I hate to say it. I'm a bit kinky with forged metal, but I do like the feel of it. And again, this is as sharp as a razor. I've polished it all up, and it's very, very nice. Look at that. Beautiful. The Skinner style. Yeah. Got more to go. I think I've got more, but they're away with it's a place when I will show them to you at some point. Oops, what we got here? Yeah. Nice big belly on it. Look at that. That again is with the mishap of the grinding there by the look of it, but it's giving it personality. Another, again, you see, another Raven Forge one. I do buy a lot from Raven Forge, I've got to admit. I think their prices are very, very good. I mean, the two swords that the lady from the hills bought me for Christmas came from Raven Forge. There you can buy them elsewhere on other websites, but Raven's prices are brilliant. One of them's a John Barnett Viking broadsword, which is more looking at it, it's a Frankish blade. By the look of it, it was what it's designed on. And the other one I've got is a Saxon broadsword, Saxon sword. I don't know who made that one though. But they're both okay. I mean, they're both meant for historic living and display. Neither one of them are or battle ready or any of that sort of stuff. I mean, that's a different price to me. But I'm not going to be taking them out to battle, am I? I mean, this is the thing. I mean, realistically, even if you do the reenactments, you know, you don't have to take a sharpened edge or anything with you, as long as it can take a bit of bashing. But I'm not doing anything like that at the moment. All I'm doing is just looking at them. But I will try and do some sort of chopping, cutting, testing on them to see certain amounts of work with them. But I don't want to break the blade or chip it or anything a bit too stupid. That's not what it's made to do, and that's not what I'm planning on doing. What's the point in buying a sword and smack it on a tabletop and break something? If I'd bought more expensive swords, then yeah, I'd have given that a go. But I'm not going to do that with them. I will be doing something with them though. Oh, and of course now here is a yes, thanks. I did wrap the handle on this one, as you can see. Isn't that lovely? Again, this was another one from Ravenforge. Like I said, obviously I do get a lot from them. I tend to buy from Ravenforge, Celtic, Celtic, what's it called? Celtic Web Market, I think it's called. I bought quite a few from them, and obviously Blade UK, Southern Swords. You know, there's a few really good ones out there. Look at that. I could look at this forever and ever and ever. I mean, I know that not everybody agrees with this type of thing, but every time I look at these, I see another little face or something in with the metal. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All time's running out. Look at that. But yes, it's a good chopper. I do know this is a good chopper. I have chopped things with this. Chop down, do some onions. Cut your fingers off. Very comfortable. Like I said, I wrapped this one and I found it's a lot easier on the hand. You know, there's no movement there. I mean, I'm not going to war with these things. The thing I like with these ones though is that I can use them in the kitchen and things like this, and that's silly, you know. But to me, it gives me a bit of gratification and justification in a way for actually having them. So yeah, and so it's not unknown for me to peel potatoes with for these things like that. Peel an onion, chop it up. Lovely. I mean, yeah. If you're still with me, thank you very much, because I am butchering on. So yeah, I've got a few things to show you over the next few videos that I've not been showing recently, because obviously I've been a bit poorly and therefore not been putting videos out. But I'm hoping this uplifted mood that I've got at the moment lasts. I mean, being a depressive person as I am, it don't take much. I mean, I battle every single day to face the world, because unfortunately I do suffer very badly with depression. I mean, there are things I've got wrong with me. My heart is things like that. I mean, that's an ongoing thing. I mean, you can live with that. You just change your lifestyle a little bit. You know, don't drink, don't smoke, that kind of thing. But when it comes to depression, you can take medication, and unfortunately, you've got to be careful, because all that can do sometimes is just turn you into a zombie of some sort. You know, you don't care about anything, and that's one way of dealing with depression. But the problem is, the world just goes by and passes you by, and you don't even realise you have no emotion. And that's what makes us different as humans, is our emotions. But like I say, depression's a horrible thing. If you suffer with it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And yeah, I often wonder if I have been told that chickens suffer from depression, which wouldn't surprise me, because I've never owned chickens myself, but I used to live in a pub, and they had a dozen or so chickens in their grounds, and they are very, very, very interesting birds. They've all got very independent personalities. And the pub landlady at the time told me, she said, yeah, she says, did you know they do suffer from depression? So I said, well, you're not drinking, not giving him enough alcohol. And she says, oh, maybe so. But the egg juice tastes nice. Anyway, my time is up. I hope you found this entertaining. If you just picked this up by accident, please subscribe. I've got a few subscribers, but a few more would certainly help. Any ideas about what you'd like me to do with future videos, please say so. If you think I'm making nothing but shit, please say so. I don't mind. Thank you again, my friends. If you stuck with this long, I'll try and become a bit more entertaining as I go on. I'll say it's a wig and a prayer with this thing with me. You know, it's as the mood takes me. I say my mood at the moment is reasonably good, so hopefully I'm just jabbering on now, aren't I? I'm just talking a load of shit. And I've done 30 minutes. Ooh, right. So as I get more stuff, I shall tell you, and as I make stuff, I shall show you, and any pure little ideas I come up with, I shall show you. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves. Have a very, very nice Christmas or Yuletide, depending on how you want to look at it. And I'll see you on the hill. Have a good one.